Everyone should go and watch Inside Out 2, and I'm assuming you've already seen the first one. If not, watch it. This is my mostly spoiler-free review of the movie Inside Out 2. In this sequel, we find ourselves back with our protagonist Riley Andersen, who's now 13 and is facing a transition into high school, as well as a chance to make it onto a prestigious ice hockey team, which just so happens to be a major passion of hers. But wouldn't you know it, that's not the only change going on. As the name of the film suggests, there's also something happening on the inside, and that something is the change of puberty, which hits Riley like a wrecking ball. At the start of the story, Riley's emotions, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, seem to be working well together, managing Riley's memories and feelings relatively harmoniously. Joy is mostly in the pilot's seat as she does her best to cultivate and maintain Riley's sense of self, which is actually a structure made up of Riley's core beliefs, originating from her early life experiences in the form of those core memory balls. Joy seems to take joy in keeping Riley's best memories and then sending the less great ones to a place called back of mind. Just when the team at HQ was getting comfy, the puberty alarm goes off, a sound no one at HQ had heard until then. And before they know it, there's demolition crew in there changing everything to make way for some new and necessary characters. Enter anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, a kind of cool/bored character. And they introduce themselves as evolved and more sophisticated versions of Riley's feelings. The new gang of emotions, led predominantly by anxiety, properly take over and decide to exile Riley's emotions, bottling them up and sending them away. For Riley's benefit, of course. With the old emotions out of the way, anxiety starts to realize that Riley's sense of self could become a problem, and so gets rid of that too to that back of mind place, to make room for her new vision of what Riley's sense of self should look like. A new, sophisticated version inspired by anxiety. With Riley and her two besties making it to a prestigious hockey camp, while simultaneously learning that those same besties will be going to a different school than her next year, and Riley's old emotions bottled up and exiled and so unable to help her, how will the new emotions do at running Riley HQ? How will she get by without her old sense of self front and center? And with anxiety in charge, what sort of decisions is she going to make? And how far will anxiety go to make sure Riley gets what she needs? And at what cost? From the perspective of a psychologist, Inside Out 2 is a wonderful film. It does an amazing job at visually representing the way in which core beliefs are established from core memories, which then come together to form a person's sense of self. Inside Out 2 also does a great job at characterizing the old and new emotions in Riley's headquarters with plenty of good humor and some laugh out loud moments, at least for me. I would very much recommend this for people of all ages. It's a wild ride through the psyche of a teenage girl who's hit hard by puberty, taken over by new feelings, and is in the driver's seat of some pretty important life decisions. Okay, I'll stop gushing. Just go and see the movie already, and I'll get back to my sessions.